Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we are going to see the implementation part of the mapper dependency. In the last video, we talked about the theory part of the mapper, the like why do we need the mapper and what problem does it solve. So this video is going to all about the implementation part. So I've already created a demo project in which I have used the mapper dependency. So let me show you the what dependency you required for this project. So yes, the first is the MapStruct dependency, and the other one is the mapper plugin. So these two things are required to use the MapStruct or mapper dependency in your project. Okay, so let me walk you through the project structure. So we have one entity that is person, and the person entity have two fields that is first name and last name. And you can have any number of fields as per your project requirement. Okay, I have one controller class that is person controller, which have one method that is add person, you which adds the person. Okay, and in the request body or in the request or in the parameter, it takes a person DTO object. So the person DTO object have two fields that is first name and the last name, similar to the person field. Okay, and you can have any number of fields as per your requirement. Even if you want, you can change the field names. Okay, here we are using the first name. If you want, you can use any name, any variable name here. So we are going to see in the next video like how we can handle this type of things. But this video is going to be about the basic implementation, like both the objects, like both the fields or both the entities have the same field name. Okay, and we have one service class which have the logic for the adding a person, and we have the similar kind of methods, but the basic difference is that one is using the mapper, sorry, one is using the mapper and other one is not using the mapper. And we have one repo class to store the person into the DB and one DTO class. So yeah, let me first show you how difficult or what challenges we face when we don't use the mapper dependency. It's not necessary or it is not mandatory to use the mapper, but it helps you. It reduces your code base. Okay. So yeah, first let me hit through the postman. So created a, uh, I have added a field first name and last name into our project, and let me hit you. So yeah, this is working fine. So as you can see, we have added a person object into our database without using the mapper dependency. So let me tell you when we are not using the mapper, what it is happening or what we have to do. So when we are not using the mapper, we have to create the object manually. Okay, so in this person object, suppose we have only two fields, but what if you have multiple fields? You have 15, 20 fields. So you have to use the dot operator to convert a person DTO to person. Here I am using the builder pattern, but still it's a lot of code. Suppose I have 15 or 20 fields in the person and the person DTO. So I have to like use the dot operator at the 15 or 20 lines. So it will increase your number of lines, and unnecessarily it will increase your size of your code. Okay, so the alternative is to use the mapper dependency. Okay, so let me show you how can you use the mapper dependency. So let me comment it out. Okay, this is the map. This is the add person method, which is using the mapper dependency to convert the person DTO to the person object. So you can see in the one number of line we are using in only one line we are converting the person DTO to the person object. Okay, so for this for to use the mapper dependency we have to use a, a person mapper interface. Okay, So in the person mapper interface, we have used the mapper annotation. So this annotation tells the MapStruct to generate a mapping implementation for the person mapper interface. So yeah, and what this line is doing is basically we are creating an instance for the person mapper. So basically this thing, this mappers.get mapper, this tells the MapStruct to generate a static instance field to access the generated implementation of the mapper. So basically, this is the instance variable, and whenever we have to use the methods of this person mapper, we are going to use through this instance. So yes, and we have one method in this person mapper interface. Basically, this method is telling to MapStruct to convert this person DTO object to the person object. So you can see the implementation of this conversion. Basically, this conversion is written by the MapStruct only. We don't have to write this implementation. We just have to tell from which entities this base entity to the product entity means which entities we have to convert. Okay, you can convert it vice versa also. You can convert the person to the person DTO as well. So yes, okay. So let me go to the service class. So in this class, you can see we are using the person mapper instance variable. So person mapper dot instance dot person to person DTO. So we are telling uh, to use the person mapper interface, which have an instance method, to use that instance method to get the method which we need. So basically, person mapper, you can see person mapper dot instance. With this instance, we are going to get this method. So that's what is happening. Okay. So yes, person mapper dot instance person DTO, and we are passing the person entity or person DTO, and we are finally getting the person object, and we are saving it into the our database. So let me quickly run this project. Okay, wait. I think I'm getting some error. 880 port is already in use. Sorry, sorry guys. So let us use some different port. So we are going to use 1990 port. Okay, let me hit to the postman. So let me change the URL. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, the control came to the person controller. So from the person controller, we are going to the person service. And in this person service, we have a method add person. And in this person duty, we are getting our two fields, that is first name and the last name, that is John and Doe. And with this method, we are converting the person DTO to the person object. So as you can see, we have converted successfully the person DTO to the person object, and we are getting the person object. The ID is null because we didn't save this person object into a database. So let me hit the command. So yeah, you can see Hibernate insert into person, first name, last name, and its values. So you can see in the postman, we have successfully converted this person DTO to the person object and saved into our database. So basically you need, let me summarize you what you need to do. So first of all, you need to add these dependencies, which I have told you earlier. That first is MapStruct dependency, and this second one is this plugin. So these two things you need as a dependency in your project. Okay. After that, you need to you need to create an interface, mapper interface basically. And in this mapper interface, you need to annotate it with the mapper annotation. And you need to create an instance for that interface So with this instance, you can call with this instance you can call this its method, and you can create any number of methods in this. Okay. So basically, this is the basic implementation of this mapper dependency between the two different classes. Okay. I hope this video is making sense to you. And if you have any query, if you didn't understand any point, so you can write that into comment box and I will help you in that. So thank you guys for watching this video. Okay, bye guys.